Here's a tip to help you understand your Bible better.
I want to talk to you about numbers in the Bible, not the book of Numbers, but just numbers and what they mean. So we're in 2 Peter chapter 3. Look down here in verse 8. It says, "But do not let this one fact escape your notice, beloved, that with the Lord 1 day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years like 1 day." He's talking about the destruction of the world and the judgment of the world. In fact, he even says here in verse 7, "But by this word, the present heavens and earth are being reserved for fire, kept for the day of judgment and the destruction of ungodly men." When is that judgment going to happen? Well, he says it's in his timing. He says essentially 1,000 in the Bible is just their largest number that they have. So it would be like us saying it's a cajillion years away. Basically, he's saying it's a long time. And basically, it's God's prerogative. He's saying that he's not just saying that for God it's been a couple of days and for us it's been 2,000 years. He's saying it's just God's not working on our timeline. He works outside of time. So it's a long time, but it will happen. So usually when numbers are round numbers like thousands or divisible by 7, 10, or 3, they're usually symbolic. But sometimes, every now and then, numbers are not symbolic. They just are numbers. Like over here in John chapter 21, look over here in verse 11. Jesus has risen from the dead and the disciples are now fishing. And so Simon Peter went up and drew the net to the land full of large fish, 153. And although there were so many, the net was not torn. In this case, 153 doesn't mean anything other than there were 153 fish, and they were just kind of amazed that there were that many, and so they recorded it right here in the Gospel of John. So oftentimes numbers are symbolic when they're divisible by 3, 7, 10, or big round numbers like 1,000, but sometimes it's just 153 fish. Hope that helps. Now, go read your Bible.